Welcome to English Village. My name is Kathy English Cullen, and I'm the youngest of 4 children of Wallace and Arlene English, who were the owners of English's Arrowhead Beach Cottages. In 1990, they would become what is today English Village. I have 3 siblings, Yvonne Rolfson, who sadly passed away in 2009, a brother Wally, and a sister Mary Lou Walk. Both my parents were originally from Sheldon, Iowa. Dad was a radio engineer who built radio towers across the country and would ultimately end up at his dream job at NBC in Washington, D.C. Mom, who had graduated with her RN, was busy raising the family. They eventually moved back to their roots in Iowa and settled on a farm between Hartley and Sanborn, where Dad farmed and ran a busy television and radio business. Mom held down the fort, or forts, I should say. In 1951, the year I was born, an opportunity presented itself to purchase a small, primitive cabin and some overgrown property by Arrowhead Beach in Wahpeton. At first, it was just occasional weekends in the summer, with lots of cleanup and then some remodeling of the cabin to include indoor plumbing. Then they thought of the possibility of having a couple rental cabins, and so the resort began. The first 2 cabins that would become rentals were built in 1953, Cherokee and Sioux, by a group of displaced Lithuanian men looking for work through the Bureau of Displaced Persons out of Des Moines. A couple years later, 2 more were built, becoming Omaha and Navajo. In 1959, my folks had the opportunity to purchase Carson's Campolini, which added the 4 small cabins at the top of the hill, later named Dakota, Apache, Crow, and Fox. Lastly, a small house in Sheldon came for sale that had to be moved, so that became the final rental, named Sac. The office, our summer home, was named the Wigwam. Mom pretty much ran the resort every summer, cleaning, laundry, check-ins, check-outs, tending to all the renters' needs. Dad came up mainly on weekends while still farming and running his TV and radio business, usually to provide some needed repairs at one place or another, mowing grass, raking leaves, painting, taking care of the beach and the dock. After many years and realizing retirement was overdue, talks began with the Lutheran Bible camp. They already bordered both sides of the resort, so it made perfect sense. The sale was finalized in 1990. My parents then bought a house only a stone's throw away on Lakeside Avenue, where they continued many more years of lake life. I know for me it was like living in 2 worlds and having 2 sets of lives, the farm and school in Hartley for about 9 months, and then moving to the lake for 3 months. Believe me, I'm not complaining, as it was the time of my life. I remember fondly spending almost every day swimming at Arrowhead Beach, the old Gull Point Lodge when it had an active restaurant with a jukebox where I met many camping families every year. Attending the powwows at the Prairie Gold Boy Scout Camp. Yes, even catching the Queen at Hiawatha Beach. Riding my bike to the Dairy Suite, the Miller's Bay store, and the Little Store to buy candy, going on the wheel at Crescent Beach, and playing with all the neighborhood kids. Babysitting at our resort, Hiawatha Lodge, Spud's Resort, Pinky's Cottages, and for many neighbors. All this just in Wahpeton. I have returned each summer for periods of time, and it is always gratifying to see all those cabins still standing and being well cared for and used by workers and families from the Lutheran camp. Though much has changed around the lake, I can still come back here and take a step back in time. Thank you, Okoboji Lutheran Bible Camp, for helping to preserve my memories. And don't forget to check out the memorial rock on the camp property at the corner of Lakeside Avenue and Arrowhead Street. It was placed there in memory of Kent Rolfson, Yvonne and Jim Rolfson's son, who passed away at 9 years of age.